Show him in.
Mr. Robinson.
Well, well, Octavius. It's the common lot. We must all face it someday. Sit down.
Yes, we must face it, Mr. Ramsden. But I owed him a great deal. He did everything for me that my father could have done if he had lived.
He had no son of his own, you see.
But he had daughters, and yet he was as good to my sister as to me. And his death was so sudden. I always intended to thank him, to let him know that I had not taken all his care of me as a matter of course, as any boy takes his father's care. But I waited for an opportunity, and now he is dead, dropped without a moment's warning. Well, he will never know what I felt.
How do we know that, Octavius? He may know it. We cannot tell. Come, don't grieve. That's right. Now, let me tell you something to console you. The last time I saw him, it was in this very room, he said to me, Tavy is a generous lad and the soul of honour. And when I see how little consideration other men get from their sons, I realise how much better than a son he's been to me. There, doesn't that do you good?
Mr. Ramsden, he used to say to me that he had met only one man in the world who was the soul of honour, and that was Roebuck Ramsden.
Oh, that was his partiality. We were very old friends, you know. But there was something else he used to say about you. I wonder whether I should tell you or not.
You know best.
It was about his daughter.
About Anne? Oh, do tell me that, Mr. Ramsden.
Well, he said he was glad, after all, that you were not his son, because he hoped that one day Annie and you would... Well, perhaps I shouldn't have told you, but he was in earnest.
Oh, if only I thought I had a chance. You know, Mr. Ramsden, I don't care about money or about what people call position, and I can't bring myself to take an interest in the business of struggling for them. Well, Anne has a most exquisite nature.
Ah, indeed.
But she is so accustomed to be in the thick of that sort of thing that she thinks a man's character incomplete if he is not ambitious. She knows that if she married me, she would have to reason herself out of being ashamed of me for not being a big success of some kind.
Nonsense, my boy, nonsense. You're much too modest. What does she know about the real value of men at her age? Besides, she's a wonderfully dutiful girl. Her father's wish will be sacred to her. Do you know that since she reached the years of discretion, I don't think she's ever once given her own wish as a reason for doing something or not doing it. It's always father would wish me to, or mother wouldn't like it. It really is almost a fault in her. I've often told her she must learn to think for herself.
I couldn't ask her to marry me because her father wished it, Mr. Ramsden.
Well, perhaps not. Oh. Well, no, of course not. Well, I see that. No, you certainly couldn't. But when you win her of your own merit, it will be a great happiness for her to fulfill her father's desire as well as her own. Eh? Come, you'll ask her, won't you?
At all events, I promise you I shall never ask anyone else.
Oh, you shan't need to, my boy. She'll marry you. Although you have one great drawback.
What drawback is that, Mr. Ramsden? I should rather say, which of my many drawbacks?
I'll tell you, Octavius. I have in my hand a copy of the most infamous, the most scandalous, the most mischievous, the most blackguardly book that ever escaped burning at the hands of the common hangman. I have not read it. I would not soil my mind with such filth. But I have read what the papers say of it. For the title is quite enough for me. The Revolutionist's Handbook and Pocket Companion by John Tanner, M-I-R-C, member of the idle rich class.
But Jack never means anything.
Oh, for goodness sake, don't call him Jack under my roof. Now, Octavius, I know my dead friend was right when he said you were a generous lad. But you feel the need to stand by this Tanner because there's a friendship between you. But I ask you to consider the altered circumstances. I mean, you were treated as a son in my friend's house. You lived there, and your friends could not be kept from the door. This man, Tanner, was in and out there on your account. Why, he addresses Annie by her Christian name, as freely as you do. Well, if her father was alive, that was her father's business and not mine. But now Annie is a grown woman, and her father is gone. We do not know the exact terms of his will, but he often talked it over with her. Yes, thank you. And I have no more doubt that I have that you're sitting there, that I am named as Annie's trustee and guardian. Now, I tell you once and for all, I can't and I won't have Annie placed in such a position that she must, out of regard for you, suffer the intimacy of this fellow Tanner. It's not fair, it's not right, it's not kind. So what are you going to do about it?
But Anne herself has told Jack that whatever his opinions are, he will always be welcome because he knew her dear father.
No, that girl's mad about her duty to her parents. I tell you, Octavius, there are limits to social toleration. Now, you know I'm not a bigoted or a prejudiced man. But I am plain Roebuck Ramsden, when other men who have done less have got handles to their names. Because I have stood for equality and liberty of conscience. Whereas they were truckling to the church and to the aristocracy. Why, Whitefield and I lost chance after chance for our advanced opinions. But I draw the line at anarchism and free love and that sort of thing. If I am to be Annie's guardian, she must learn she has a duty to me. I won't have it. I will not have it. She must forbid John Tanner the house. And so must you.
But Mr. Ramsden, it's...
Shh. Well?
Mr. Tanner wishes to see you, sir.
Mr. Tanner?
Jack!
How dare Mr. Tanner call on me? Say I cannot see him.
I am sorry you are turning my friend from your door like that.
Oh, he's not at the door, sir. He's upstairs in the drawing room with Miss Ramsden. Well, he came with Mrs. Whitefield and Miss Ann and Miss Robinson, sir.
That's very like Jack, Mr. Ramsden. You must see him, even if it's only to turn him out.
Go upstairs and ask Mr. Tanner to be good enough to step down here. Well, of all the confounded pieces of impertinence. But if these are anarchist manners, sir, I hope you like them. And Annie with him. Annie.
Yes, that's what surprises me. He's so desperately afraid of that. There must be something the matter.
Ramsden! You know what that is?
No, sir.
It's a copy of Whitfield's will. Anne got it to me this morning.
When you say Anne, you mean, I presume, Miss Whitefield.
I mean our Anne! Your Anne! Take his Anne, and now heaven help me! My Anne!
What do you mean?
Mean you know who is appointed Anne's guardian by this will?
I believe I am.
You and I, man. I. Both of us.
You? Impossible.
It's only too hideously true. Ramsden, get me out of this somehow. You don't know Anne as well as I do. She'll commit every crime a respectable woman can, and she'll justify every one of them by saying it was the wish of her guardians. She'll put everything on us, and we'll have no more control over her than a couple of mice over a cat.
Jack, I wish you wouldn't talk like that about Anne.
This champ's in love with her, that's another complication. But she'll either jilt him and say I didn't approve of him, or marry him and say you ordered it to him. I tell you, this is the most staggering blow that's ever fallen on a man of my age and temperament.
Let me see this will, sir. I cannot believe my old friend Whitefield would have shown such a want of confidence in me as to associate me with...
It's all I'm doing. There's a horrible irony of it. He told me one day that you were to be Anne's guardian. And like a fool, I began arguing with him about the folly of leaving a young woman under the control of an old man with obsolete ideas.
My ideas obsolete?
Totally. I just finished an essay called Down with Government by the Grey-Haired, and I was full of arguments and illustrations. I said the proper thing was to combine the experience of an old hand with the vitality of a young one. Hang me if he didn't take me at my word and alter the will. He stated only a fortnight after the conversation, appointing me joint guardian with you.
I shall refuse to act.
What's the good of that? I've been refusing all the way from Richmond. But Anne keeps on saying that, of course, she's only an orphan, and that she can't expect the people who are glad to come to the house in her father's time to trouble much about her now. That's the latest game. An orphan. It's like hearing an ironclad talk about being at the mercy of the wind and waves.
This is not fair, Jack. She is an orphan, and you ought to stand by her.
Stand by her? What danger is she in? She has a law on her side, she has popular sentiment on her side, she has plenty of money and no conscience. All she wants with me is to load up all her moral responsibilities on me and do what she likes at the expense of my character. I can't control her, and she can compromise me as much as she likes. I might as well be her husband.
You can refuse to accept the guardianship. I shall certainly refuse to hold it jointly with you.
And what will she say to that? What does she say to that? Only that her father's wishes are sacred to her, and that she will always look up to me as her guardian, whether I care to face the responsibility or not. Refuse? You might as well refuse to accept the embraces of a boa constrictor once it's round your neck.
This sort of talk is not kind to me,
If
Jack.
you wanted a young guardian, why didn't you appoint Tavy?
Ah, why indeed?
I will tell you. He sounded me about it, but I refused to trust because I loved her. I had no right to let myself be forced on her as a guardian by her father. He spoke to her about it, and she said I was right. You know I love her, Mr. Ramsden. And Jack knows it, too. If Jack loved a woman, I would not compare her to a boa constrictor in his presence, however much I might dislike her.
I do not believe that Whitefield was in his right senses when he made this will. You've admitted he made it under your influence.
You ought to be pretty well obliged to me for my influence. He leaves you 2,500 for your trouble. He leaves Tavy a dowry for his sister and 5,000 for himself.
Oh, I can't take it. He was too good to us.
You won't get it, my boy, if Ramsden upsets the will.
Ah, I see. You have me in a cleft stick.
He leaves me nothing but the charge of Ann's morals on the ground. I have already more money than is good for me. And shows he had his wits about him, doesn't it?
Yes, I admit that.
Mr. Ramsden, I think you are prejudiced against Jack. He is a man of honor and
Oh, don't, Tavy, you make me ill. I'm not a man of honor. I'm a man struck down by a dead hand. Tavy, you must marry her after all and take her off my hands, and I have my heart set on saving you from her.
Jack, you talk of saving me from my highest happiness.
Yes, a lifetime of happiness. If it were only the first half hour's happiness, Tavy, I would buy it for you with my last penny. But a lifetime of happiness, no man alive could bear it. It would be hell on earth.
Oh, stop, sir. Talk sense, or else go and waste someone else's time. I've better things to do than listen to your fooleries.
Hearing Tavy not an idea in his head later than 1860, we can't leave Ann with no other guardian to turn to.
I am proud of your contempt for my character and opinions, sir. Your own are set forth in this book, I believe.
What? You've got my book? What do you think of it?
Do you imagine I would read such a book, sir?
Where did you buy it?
I did not buy it, sir. It was sent to me by some foolish lady who seems to admire your views. I was about to dispose of it when Octavius interrupted me. I shall do so now, with your permission, sir.
You have no more manners than I have myself. However, let's save ceremony between us. What do you intend to do about the will?
May I make a suggestion?
Certainly, Octavius.
Aren't we forgetting that Anne herself may have some wishes in this matter?
Well, I quite intend that Annie's wishes should be consulted in every reasonable way. But she's only a woman, and a young and inexperienced woman at that.
Ramsden, I begin to pity you.
I don't wish to know how you feel towards me, Mr. Tanner.
Anne will do just exactly what she likes, and what's more, she'll force us to advise her to do it. And she'll put the blame on us if it turns out badly. So Tavy is longing to see her.
I am not, Jack.
You lie, Tavy, you are. So let's have her down to the drawing room and see what she intends us to do. Off you go and fetch her, and don't be long, for the strained relations between Ramsden and myself will make the interval rather painful.
Never mind him, Mr. Ramsden. He's not serious.
Mr. Tanner, I think you are the most impudent man I have ever met.
I know it, Ramsden, yet even I cannot wholly conquer shame. We live in an atmosphere of shame. We're ashamed of everything that is real about us. Ashamed of ourselves, of our relatives, of our incomes, of our accents, of our experience, of our opinions. Just as we are ashamed of our naked skins. Good Lord, my dear Ramsden, we are ashamed to walk. Ashamed to ride in an omnibus. Ashamed to hire a hansom instead of keeping a carriage, or keeping one horse instead of two, and a groom and gardener instead of a coachman and footman. The more things a man is ashamed of, the more respectable he is. I got ashamed to buy my book, ashamed to read it. The only thing you're not ashamed of is to judge me for it without having read it, and even that only means you're ashamed to have heterodox opinions. Look at the effect I produced because my fairy godmother withheld from me this gift of shame. I have every possible virtue a man could want.
I'm glad you think so well of yourself.
All you mean by that is you think I ought to be ashamed of talking about my virtues. You don't mean I haven't got them. You know perfectly well that I'm as sober and honest a citizen as yourself. As truthful personally and much more truthful politically and morally.
I deny that. I will not have you or any man treat me as if I was a mere member of the British public. I detest its prejudices. I scorn its narrowness. I demand the right to think for myself. You pose as an advanced man. Let me tell you, I was an advanced man before you were born.
I knew it was a long time ago.
I was advanced than ever I was. I defy you to prove I've ever hauled down the flag. I'm more advanced than ever I was. I grow more advanced every day.
More advanced in years, Polonius.
Polonius? So you are Hamlet, I suppose.
No, I'm only the most impudent man you've ever met. That's your idea of a thoroughly bad character. When you want to give me a piece of your mind, you ask yourself, as a just and upright man, what is the worst you can fairly say of me? Thief! Liar! Forger, perjurer, adulterer! Glutton, drunkard, not one of these names fit me. You have to fall back on my deficiency in shame. Well, I admit it, I even congratulate myself. For if I were ashamed of my real self, I should cut just as stupid a figure as the rest of you. Cultivate a little impudence, Ramsden, and you'll become quite a remarkable man.
I have no desire.
You have no desire for that sort of notoriety. Bless you, I knew that answer would come as well as I knew a box of matches would come from an automatic machine when I put a penny in the slot. You would be ashamed to say anything else.
Annie, my dear. Mrs. Whitfield, how are you? Annie, I'm so sorry to force business on you at such a sad time like the present, but your poor dear father's will has raised a very serious question. You have read it, I believe. Well, I must say I'm surprised to find Mr. Tanner named as joint trustee and guardian with myself for you and your sister Rhoda. I don't think I could consent to act under such conditions. Mr. Tanner has some objection also, but he does not profess to understand its nature. No doubt he'll speak for himself. But we are agreed that we can decide nothing until we know your views. I'm afraid I must ask you to choose between my sole guardianship and that of Mr. Tanner, for I fear we can never undertake a joint arrangement.
Mamma. Now, Anne, I do beg you not to put it on me. I have no opinion on the subject, and if I had, it would probably not be attended to. I'm quite content with whatever you three think best.
Mamma knows she's not strong enough to bear the whole responsibility for me and Rhoda without some help and advice. Rhoda must have a guardian, and though I am older, I do not think any young, unmarried woman should be left quite to her own guidance. Oh, I hope you agree with me, Granny.
Granny? Do you intend to call your guardians Granny?
Don't be foolish, Jack. Mr. Ramsden has always been Grandpa Roebuck to me. I am Granny's Annie, and he is Annie's Granny. I christened him so when I first learned to speak.
I hope you are satisfied, Mr. Tanner. Go on, Annie. I quite agree with you.
Well, if I'm to have a guardian, can I set aside anybody whom my dear father appointed for me?
You approve of your father's choice, then?
Oh, it is not for me to approve or disapprove. I accept it. My father loved me and knew best what was good for me.
Of course, I understand your feelings, Annie. It's what I would have expected of you, and it does you credit. But it does not settle the question so completely as you think. Let me put a case to you. Now, supposing you were to discover that I was guilty of some disgraceful action, that I was not the man your poor dear father took me for, would you then consider it right I should be Rhoda's guardian?
Oh, I can't imagine you doing anything disgraceful, Granny.
You haven't done anything of the sort, have you?
No, sir.
Well, then, why suppose it?
Oh, you see, Granny, Mamma would not like me to suppose it.
Oh, you're both so full of natural and affectionate feelings in these family matters. It's very hard to put the situation fairly before you.
So, my friend, you're not putting the situation fairly before them.
Well, put it yourself, then.
I will, Anne. Ramsden thinks I'm not fit to be your guardian, and I quite agree with him. He considers that if your father had read my book, he wouldn't have appointed me. This book is the disgraceful action he's talking about. He feels it's your duty for Rhoda's sake to ask him to act alone and to make me withdraw. Say the word and I will.
But I haven't read your book,
Then
Jack.
read it at once and decide.
If I'm to be your guardian, I positively forbid you to read that book, Annie.
Oh, of course not, if you don't wish it.
If one guardian is to forbid you to read the other guardian's book, how are we to settle it? Suppose I order you to read it. What about your duty to me?
I'm sure you would never purposely force me into a painful dilemma, Jack.
Yes, this is all very well, and as I say, it's quite natural and becoming, but you must make a decision one way or the other. We are in as much of a dilemma as you.
I feel that I am too young, too inexperienced to decide. My father's wishes are sacred to me.
If you two men won't carry them out, I must say it is rather hard that you should put the responsibility on Anne. It seems to me that people are always putting things on other people in this world.
Well, I'm sorry that you take it in that way.
Do you refuse to accept me as your ward, Granny?
No, I never said that. I greatly object to act with Mr. Tanner, that's all.
Why? What's the matter with poor Jack?
My views are too advanced for him.
They are not. I deny it.
Oh, what nonsense. Nobody is more advanced than Granny. Oh, I am sure it is Jack himself that has made all this difficulty. Oh, come, Jack. Be kind to me in my sorrow. You don't refuse to accept me as your ward, do you?
No, my put myself in for it, so I suppose I must face it.
Oh, then we are all agreed. And my dear father's will is to be carried out. You don't know what a joy this is to me and to my mother. And I shall have my dear granny to help and advise me. And Jack the giant killer. And Jack's inseparable friend, Ricky Ticky Tavy.
Now that you are Anne's guardian, Mr. Ramsden, I wish you would have a word with her about her habit of giving people nicknames. They can't be expected to like it.
Oh, Mamma, how could you say such a thing? Oh, I wonder, could you be right? Have I been inconsiderate? Do you want to be treated like a grown-up man? Must I call you Mr. Robinson in future?
Oh, please call me Ricky Ticky Tavy. Mr. Robinson would hurt me cruelly.
Oh, you know, I am beginning to think that Granny is rather a piece of impertinence, but I never dreamt of its hurting you.
Nonsense, Annie. I insist on Granny. I won't be known by any other name than Annie's Granny.
You all spoil me, except Jack.
I think you ought to call me Mr. Tanner.
No, you don't, Jack. That's like the sort of thing you say on purpose in order to shock people. Those of us that know you pay no attention to them. But if you like, I shall call you after your famous ancestor, Don Juan.
Oh, Don Juan?
Oh, is there any harm in that? I didn't know. Oh, then I certainly won't call you that. May I call you Jack until I can think of something else?
No, for heaven's sake, don't try to invent anything worse. I capitulate, I accept Jack, I embrace Jack. Here endeth my first and last attempt to assert my authority.
You see, Mamma, they all really like to have pet names.
I still think it would be better if you dropped them until we were out of mourning.
Oh, how could you remind me, Mother? Oh.
Of course. My fault, as usual.
Ramsden, we're beaten, smashed, nonentitized like our mother.
Stuff, sir.
Baby, you want to count for something in the world?
I want to count for something as a poet. I want to write a great play.
With Anne as the heroine.
Yes, I confess it.
Take care, Tavy. The play with Anne as the heroine is all right, but unless you're very careful, by heaven, she'll marry you.
No such luck, Jack.
Why, man, your head is in the lioness's mouth. You're half swallowed already in 3 bites. Bite 1, Ricky. Bite 2, Ticky. Bite 3, Tavy, and down you go.
She is the same to everybody, Jack. You know her ways.
Yes, she breaks everybody's back with the stroke of her paw, but the question is, which of us will she eat? My own opinion is she means to eat you.
It's horrible to talk like that about her when she's upstairs crying for her father. But I do so want her to eat me, that I can bear your brutalities, because they give me hope.
Tavy, there's a devilish side of a woman's fascination. They make you will your own destruction.
But it's not destruction, it's fulfillment.
Yes, of her purpose. And that purpose is neither her happiness nor yours, but nature's. Vitality in a woman is a blind fury of creation. She sacrifices herself to it. Do you think she'll hesitate to sacrifice you?
Why, it is just because she is self-sacrificing that she will not sacrifice those she loves.
That is the profoundest of mistakes, Tavy. It is the self-sacrificing women who sacrifice others most recklessly. Because they are unselfish, they are kind in little things. Because they have a purpose which is not their own purpose, but that of the whole universe. A man is nothing to them but an instrument of that purpose.
Don't be ungenerous, Jack. They take the tenderest care of us.
Yes, the soldier takes care of his rifle or a musician of his violin. But do they allow us any purpose or freedom of our own? Will they lend us to one another? Can the strongest man escape them once he is appropriated? They tremble when we are in danger, and they weep when we die. For the tears are not for us, but for a father wasted, a son's breeding thrown away. They accuse us of treating them as a mere means to our pleasure. But how can so feeble and transient a folly as man's selfish pleasure enslave a woman, as the whole purpose of nature embodied in a woman can enslave a man?
What matter if the slavery makes us happy?
No matter at all if you have no purpose of your own and are, like most men, a mere breadwinner, but you, Tavy, are an artist. That is, you have a purpose as absorbing and unscrupulous as a woman's purpose.
Not unscrupulous.
Quite unscrupulous. The true artist will let his wife starve, his children go barefoot, and his mother drudge for his living at 70 sooner than work at anything but his art. To women, he is half vivisector, half vampire. He gets into intimate relations with them to study them, to strip the mask of convention from them, to surprise their inmost secrets, knowing that they have the power to rouse his deepest creative energies, to rescue him from his cold reason, to make him see visions and dream, to inspire him, as he calls it. He persuades women that they may do this for their own purpose, whilst he really intends them to do it for his. He steals the mother's milk and blackens it to make printer's ink, to scoff at her and glorify ideal women with. He pretends to spare her the pangs of childbearing so that he may have for himself the tenderness and fostering that belong by right to her children. Since marriage began, the great artist has been known as a bad husband, but he is worse. He's a child robber, a bloodsucker, a hypocrite, and a cheat. Perish the race, and wither 1,000 women, if only the sacrifice of them enable him to act Hamlet better, to paint a finer picture, to write a deeper poem, a greater play, a profounder philosophy. For mark you, Tavy, the artist's work is to show ourselves as we really are. Our minds are nothing but this knowledge of ourselves. And he who adds a jot to such knowledge creates new mind as surely as any woman creates new men. In the rage of that creation, he is as ruthless as the woman, as dangerous to her as she to him, and as horribly fascinating. Of all human struggles, there's none more remorseless and treacherous than the struggle between the artist man and the mother woman. Which shall use up the other? That is the issue between them. And it is all the deadlier because in your romanticist cant, they love one another.
Even if it were so, and I don't admit it for a moment, it is out of the deadliest struggles that we get the noblest characters.
Remember that the next time you meet a grizzly bear or a Bengal tiger, Tavy.
I meant where there is love, Jack.
Oh, the tiger will love you. There's no love sincerer than the love of food. I think Anne loves you that way. She patted your cheek as though it were a nicely underdone chop.
You know, Jack, I should have to run away from you if I did not make it a fixed rule not to mind anything you say. You come out with perfectly revolting things sometimes.
Octavius, my poor boy. I'm surprised to find you still here, Mr. Tanner.
Oh, I'm on the way. Good morning, fellow guardian.
Oh, stop, Jack. Granny, he must know sooner or later.
Octavius, I have a very serious piece of news for you. It is of the most private and delicate nature, of the most painful nature, too, I'm sorry to say. Do you wish Mr. Tanner to be present whilst I'll explain?
I have no secrets from Jack.
Before you decide that, finally, let me say that the news concerns your sister. And it is terrible news.
Violet, what has happened? Is she dead?
I'm not sure that it is not even worse than that.
Is she badly hurt? Has there been an accident?
No, nothing of that kind.
Anne, will you have a common humanity to tell us what the matter is?
I can't. Violet has done something dreadful. We shall have to get her away somewhere.
Is that what you meant, Mr. Ramsden?
Yes. I'm afraid there is no doubt that Violet did not really go to Eastbourne.
3 weeks ago, when we thought she was with the Harrow Whitfields. And she called upon a strange doctor yesterday with a wedding ring on her finger. Mrs. Harrow Whitfield met her there by chance, and so the whole thing came out.
Who is the scoundrel?
She won't tell us.
What a dreadful thing.
Dreadful. Appalling. Worse than death, as Ramsden says. What was to give skip Tavy to turn it into a railway accident with all her bones broken or something. Secretly respectable and deserving of sympathy.
Don't be brutal, Jack.
Brutal, good heavens, man, what are you crying for? Here's a woman we all suppose to be making bad watercolor sketches. Practicing Grieg and Brahms. Gadding about to concerts and parties, wasting her life and her money. We suddenly find that she has turned from these sillinesses to the fulfillment of our highest purpose and greatest function, to increase, multiply, and replenish the earth. Instead of admiring her courage and rejoicing in her instinct, instead of crowning the completed womanhood and raising the triumphal strains of, unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given. Here you are, you who have been as merry as grigs in your mourning for the dead, all pulling long faces and looking as ashamed and disgraced as if the girl had committed the vilest of crimes.
I will not have these abominations uttered in my house.
Look here, if you insult me once more, I'll take you at your word and leave your house. And there's Violet now.
Why are you going to her?
Because I'm going to her. She wants help, she wants money, she wants respect and congratulations, she wants every chance for her child. She doesn't seem likely to get it from you. She shall from me. Where is she?
Don't be so headstrong, Jack. She's upstairs.
What? Under Ramsden sacred roof? Go and do your miserable duty, Ramsden. Hunt her out into the streets. Cleanse your threshold of her contamination. Vindicate the purity of your English home. I'll go for a cab.
Granny, you mustn't do that.
Now take her away, Mr. Ramsden. She had no right to come to your house.
But I am only too anxious to help her. How dare you, sir, impute such monstrous intentions to me? I protest against it. I'm ready to put down my last penny to save her from being driven to run to you for protection.
It's all right that he's not going to act out to his principles. It's agreed we stand by Violet.
But who is the man? He can make preparation by marrying her, and he shall, or he shall answer for it to me.
He shall, Octavius, sir. You speak like a man.
Then you don't think him a scoundrel after all?
Not a scoundrel. He is a heartless scoundrel.
A damned scoundrel. I beg your pardon, Annie, but I can say no less.
So we are to marry your sister to a damned scoundrel by way of reforming her character. On my soul, I think you're all mad.
Don't be absurd, Jack. Now, Ricky, you're quite right, but we don't know who he is. Violet won't tell us.
What on earth does it matter who he is? He's done his part, and now Violet must do the rest.
Stuff! Lunacy! There is a rascal in our midst, a libertine, a villain worse than a murderer, and we are not to learn who he is. In our ignorance, we are to shake him by the hand, to introduce him into our homes, to trust our daughters with him.
Granny, please, don't talk so loud. It is most shocking. We must all admit that. But if Violet won't tell us, what can we do? Nothing. Simply nothing.
I'm not so sure of that. If any man has paid Violet any special attention, we can easily find that out. If there is any man of notoriously loose principles among us... Yes, sir, I repeat. If there is any man of notoriously loose principles among us...
Or any man notoriously lacking in self-control.
Do you dare to suggest that I am capable of such an act?
My dear Ramsden, this is an act of which every man is capable. Davy, don't look so bewildered. It might have been me, it might have been Ramsden, just as it might have been anybody. If it had, what could we do but lie and protest as Ramsden is going to protest? Guilt itself could not stammer more confusedly in that you know perfectly well that he's innocent.
I am glad to admit that, sir. I admit myself there's an element of truth in what you say, however grossly you may distort it to gratify your malicious humor. I hope, Octavius, no suspicion of me is possible in your mind.
Of you? No, not for a moment.
I think he suspects me just a little.
Jack, you couldn't. You wouldn't.
Why not?
Why not?
All right, I'll tell you why not. First, you will feel bound to quarrel with me. Second, Violet doesn't like me. Third, if I had the honor to be the father of Violet's child, I should boast of it instead of denying it, so be easy, our friendship is not in danger.
I should have put away the suspicion with horror if only you would think and feel naturally about it. I beg your pardon.
My pardon? Nonsense. Now, let's sit down and have a family council. Violet is about to do the state a service. Consequently, she must be packed abroad like a criminal until it's over. What's happening upstairs?
Violet is in the housekeeper's room, by herself, of course.
Why not in the drawing room?
Oh, don't be absurd, Jack. Miss Ramsden is in the drawing room with my mother, considering what to do.
I see. The housekeeper's room is a penitentiary, I suppose, and the prisoner is waiting to be brought before her judges, the old cat.
Jack!
You are at present a guest beneath the roof of one of the old cats, sir. My sister is the mistress of this house.
She put me in the housekeeper's room, too, if she dared, Ramsden. However, I withdraw cats. Cats would have more sense. And, as your guardian, I order you to go to Violet at once and be particularly kind to her.
I have already seen her, Jack, and I'm sorry to say that I'm afraid she's going to be rather obstinate about going abroad. I think Tavy ought to speak to her about it.
How can I speak to her about such a thing?
Oh, Ricky, please don't break down again. Try and bear it for all our sakes.
Life is not all plays and poems, Octavius. Come, face it like a man.
Poor dear brother. Poor dear friends of the family. Poor dear Tabbies and Grimalkins. Poor dear everybody except the woman who is about to risk her life to create another life. Tavy, don't you be such a selfish ass. The way we will talk to Violet. Bring her down here. She has to come. Tell her we'll stand by her.
No, sir.
All right, we understand. It's against your conscience, but still you'll do it.
I assure you all, on my word, I never meant to be selfish. It's so hard to know what to do when one wishes earnestly to do right.
Tavy, your pious English habit of regarding the world as a moral gymnasium, built expressly for you to strengthen your character in, occasionally leads you to think of your confounded principles when you should be thinking of other people's necessities. The need of the present hour is a happy mother and a healthy baby. Bend your energies on that and you will see your way clearly enough.
And morality, sir. What's to become of that?
Meaning a weeping Magdalene and an innocent child branded with her shame. Not in our circle, thank you. Morality can go to his father, the devil.
Ah, I thought so, sir. Morality sent to the devil to please our libertines, male and female. That is to be the future of England, is it?
Oh, England will survive your disapproval, Ramsden. Meanwhile, I understand you agree with me as to the practical course we are to take.
Not in your spirit, sir, and not for your reasons.
You can explain that if you're ever called to account here or hereafter.
Granny, hadn't you better go up to the drawing room and tell them what we intend to do?
Well, I'd hardly like to leave you alone with this gentleman. Will you not come with me?
Oh, Miss Ramsden would not like to speak about it before me, Granny. I ought not to be present.
You are right. I should have thought of that. You are a good girl, Annie.
Jack? You glad that you're my guardian? You don't mind being made responsible for me, I hope.
The latest addition to your collection of scapegoats, eh?
That stupid old joke of yours about me. Do please drop it, Jack. Why do you say things that you know must pain me? I do my best to please you, Jack. I suppose I may tell you so now that you are my guardian. Oh, you'll make me so unhappy if you refuse to be friends with me.
You need not go begging for my regard, Anne. How unreal our moral judgments are. You seem to me to have absolutely no conscience, only hypocrisy, and you can't tell the difference, and yet there is a sort of fascination about you. I always attend to you somehow. I should miss you if I lost you.
Isn't that only natural, Jack? We've known each other since we were children. Do you remember?
Stop. I remember everything.
I dare say we were often very foolish.
I won't have it, Anne. I'm no more that schoolboy now than I am the dotard of 90 I shall grow into if I live long enough. It is over. Let me forget it.
But wasn't it a happy time?
Sit down and behave yourself. No doubt it was a happy time for you. You were a good girl and never compromised yourself. And yet the wickedest child that ever was slapped couldn't have had a better time. I can understand the success with which you bullied the other girls. Your virtue imposed on them. But tell me this. Did you ever know a good boy?
Of course. All boys are foolish sometimes, but Tavy was always a really good boy.
Yeah, you're right. For some reason, you never tempted Tavy.
Tempted, Jack?
Yes, my dear Lady Mephistopheles tempted me. You were insatiably curious as to what a boy might be capable of and diabolically clever at getting to his guard and surprising his inmost secrets.
Oh, what nonsense. All because you used to tell me all those long stories about the wicked things you'd done, silly boys' tricks, and you call such things inmost secrets. Boys' secrets are just like men's, and you know what they are.
No, I don't. What are they, pray?
Why, they're the things they tell everybody, of course.
No, I swear I told you things I told nobody else. You lured me into a compact by which we were to have no secrets from one another. We were to tell one another everything. I didn't notice that you didn't tell me anything.
You didn't want to talk about me, Jack. You wanted to talk about yourself.
True. Horribly true. What a devil of a child you must have been to know that weakness and to play on it for the satisfaction of your own curiosity. I wanted to brag to you to make myself interesting. And I found myself doing all sorts of mischievous things simply to have something to tell you about. I fought little boys I didn't hate. I told lies about things I'd just as well tell the truth about. I stole things I didn't want. I kissed little girls I couldn't stand the sight of. It was all bravado, passionless, and therefore unreal.
You were a dreadfully destructive boy before that.
Destructive? Stuff. I was only mischievous.
Oh, Jack, you were very destructive. You ruined all the young fir trees by chopping off their leaders with a wooden sword. You broke all the cucumber frames with your catapult. You even set fire to the common, and the police arrested Tavy for it because he ran away when he couldn't stop you.
Pooh. These were battles, bombardments, stratagems to save our scalps from the Red Indians. You have no imagination, Anne. I'm 10 times more destructive now than I was then. The moral passion took my destructiveness in hand and directed it to moral ends. I no longer break cucumber frames and burn gorse bushes. I shatter creeds and demolish idols.
Oh, Jack, you cannot go through life without considering other people a little.
Aye, but what other people? It is this consideration of other people, or rather this cowardly fear of them, which we call consideration, that makes us the sentimental slaves we are. To consider you, as you call it, is to substitute your will for my own, however it be a baser will than mine. Are women taught better than men, or worse? Are mobs of voters taught better than statesmen, or worse? Worse, of course, in both cases, and then what kind of a world are you going to get with its public men considering its voting mobs, and its private men considering their wives? What does church and state mean nowadays? The woman and the ratepayer.
I'm so glad you understand politics, Jack. It would be most useful to you if you go into Parliament. But I am sorry that you thought my influence a bad one.
I didn't say it was a bad one, but bad or good. I didn't choose to be cut to your measure, and I won't be cut to it.
Well, nobody has asked you to, Jack. I assure you, on my word, I don't mind your queer opinions one little bit. You know we've all been brought up to have advanced opinions. Why do you persist in thinking me so narrow-minded?
And that's the danger of it. I know you don't mind, because you found out it doesn't matter. The boa constrictor does not mind the opinions of a stag one little bit when once she has got her coils round it.
Oh, now I understand why you warned Tavy that I was a boa constrictor. Granny told me. Doesn't it feel nice and soft, Jack?
You scandalous woman. You throw away even your hypocrisy.
I am never hypocritical with you, Jack. You angry with me? Perhaps I shouldn't have done that.
Pooh, prudery. Why should you not if it amuses you?
Well, because I suppose what you really meant by boa constrictor was this.
Magnificent audacity. Now, just to think that if I were to mention this episode, not a soul would believe me except the people who had cut me for telling, whilst if you accused me of it, nobody would believe my denial.
You are incorrigible, Jack. But you should not jest about our affection for one another. No one could possibly misunderstand that. You do not misunderstand it, I hope.
My blood interprets for me, Anne. Poor Ricky-Ticky Tavy.
Surely you can't be so absurd as to be jealous of Tavy.
Jealous? Why should I be? But I understand your grip of him. I feel the coils round my very self. So you're only playing with me.
Do you think I have designs on Tavy?
I know you have.
Take care, Jack. Tavy will be very unhappy if you mislead him about me.
Never fear, he will not escape you.
I wonder, are you really a clever man?
Why the sudden misgiving on the subject?
Well, you seem to understand all the things I don't understand, but you're a perfect baby in the things I do understand.
I understand how Tavy feels for you, Anne. You may depend on that at all events.
And you think you understand how I feel for Tavy, do you?
I know only too well what is going to happen to poor Tavy.
I should laugh at you, Jack, if it weren't for poor Papa's death mind. Tavy will be very unhappy.
Yes, but he won't know it, poor devil. He's 1,000 times too good for you. That's why he's going to make the mistake of his life about you.
I think men make more mistakes by being too clever than by being too good.
Oh, I know you don't care very much for Tavy, but there is always one who kisses and one who only allows the kiss. Tavy will kiss, and you will only turn the cheek, and you'll throw him over if somebody better turns up.
You have no right to say such things, Jack. They are not true and not delicate. If you and Tavy choose to be stupid about me, that is not my fault.
Forgive my brutalities, Anne. They're leveled at this wicked world and not at you. All the same, I wish Ramsden would come back. I never feel safe with you. There's a devilish charm, or no, not a charm, a subtle interest. Yes, you know it and you triumph in it. Openly and shamelessly triumph in it.
Oh, what a shocking flirt you are, Jack.
A flirt? I?
Yes, a flirt. You are always abusing and defending people, but you never really mean to let go your hold of them.
This conversation has gone further than I intended.
Let's do something quickly.
Mr. Ramsden,
Shh. You.
I wash my hands of the whole affair.
I know you wish me to take Violet away, Miss Ramsden. I will.
No.
What is the use of saying no, Roebuck? Octavius knows that I would not turn any truly contrite and repentant woman from your doors. But when a woman is not only wicked, but intends to go on being wicked, she and I part company.
Miss Ramsden, what do you mean? What has Violet said?
Well, Violet's certainly being very obstinate. She refuses to leave London. I don't understand her.
But I do. It's as plain as the nose on your face, Roebuck. That she won't go because she doesn't want to be separated from this man, whoever he is.
Surely she's... Oh, Octavius, did you speak to her?
She won't tell us anything. She won't make any arrangement until she has consulted somebody. It can't be anybody else than the scoundrel who has betrayed her.
Well, let her consult him. He'll be delighted to have her shipped abroad. Where is the difficulty?
The difficulty, Mr. Jack, is that when I offered to help her, I didn't offer to become her accomplice in her wickedness. She either pledges her word never to see that man again, or else she finds some new friends, and the sooner the better.
The cab is at the door, Ma'am.
What cab?
For Miss Robinson.
Oh, all right. She has sent for a cab.
I wanted to send that cab half an hour ago.
Well, I am glad she understands the position she has placed herself in.
I don't like her going away in this fashion, Susan. We had better not do anything harsh.
No, thank you again and again, but Miss Ramsden is quite right. Violet cannot expect to stay.
Tavy, why don't you go with her?
She won't have me.
Well, of course she won't. She's going straight to that man.
As a natural result of our virtuous reception here.
There, Susan, you hear? And there's some truth in it. I wish you would reconcile it with your principles to be a little patient with this poor girl. She's very young, and there's a time for everything.
Oh, she will get all the sympathy she wants from the men. I'm surprised at you, Roebuck.
So am I, Ramsden. Most favorably.
I have only looked
walked in to tell Miss Ramsden that she will find her birthday present to me, the filigree bracelet, in the housekeeper's room.
Do come in, Violet, and talk to us sensibly.
Thank you. I have had quite enough of the family conversation this morning. So has your mother, Anne. She has gone home crying. But at all events, I have found out what some of my pretended friends are worth. Goodbye.
No, I have something to say to you which I beg you to hear. I'm altogether on your side in this matter, and I congratulate you with the sincerest respect on having the courage to do what you have done. You are entirely in the right, and the family is entirely in the wrong.
Jack! I must say.
Ramsden and Tavy, of course, why should they not?
But they don't know.
Don't know what?
They don't know that I'm in the right, I mean.
Oh, they know it in their hearts. And they think themselves bound to blame you by their silly superstitions about morality and propriety and so forth. But I know, and the whole world really knows, though they dare not say so, that you are right to follow your instinct. The vitality and bravery are the finest qualities a woman can possess. And motherhood a solemn initiation into womanhood. And the fact of you not being legally married matters not one scrap either to your own worth or to our real regard for you.
Oh! You think me a wicked woman like the rest. You think that I have not only been vile, but that I share your abominable opinions. Miss Ramsden, I have borne your hard words because I knew you would be sorry for them when you found out the truth. But I won't bear such a horrible insult as to be complimented by Jack on being one of the wretches of whom he approves. I have kept my marriage a secret for my husband's sake. But now I claim my right as a married woman not to be insulted.
You are married!
Yes, and I think you might have guessed it. What business had you all to take it for granted I had no right to wear my wedding ring, Not one of you even asked me. I cannot forget that.
I'm utterly crushed. I meant well. I apologize, abjectly apologize.
I hope you will be more careful in future about the things you say. Of course, one does not take them seriously, but they are very disagreeable and rather in bad taste, I think.
I have no defense. I shall know better than to take any woman's part in future. We've all disgraced ourselves in your eyes, except Anne. Anne befriended you. For Anne's sake, forgive us.
Yes, Anne has been kind, but then Anne knew.
Unfathomable deceit. Double-crossed.
And who, pray, is the gentleman who does not acknowledge his wife?
That is my business, Miss Ramsden, and not yours. I have my reasons for keeping my marriage a secret for the present.
Well, I can only say how sorry we are, Violet. I'm shocked to think how we treated you.
I beg your pardon, Violet. I can say no more.
Well, of course, what you say puts a very different complexion on the matter. All the same, I owe it to myself.
You owe me an apology, Miss Ramsden. That's what you owe, both to yourself and to me. If you were a married woman, you would not like sitting in a housekeeper's room and being treated like a naughty child by young girls and old ladies without any serious duties or responsibilities.
Don't hit us when we're down, Violet. We seem to have made fools of ourselves, but really it was you who made fools of us.
It was no business of yours in any case, Jack.
No business of mine. Why, Ramsden as good as accused me of being the unknown gentleman.
How infamous! How abominable! How disgracefully you have all been talking about me! If my husband knew it, he would never let me speak to any of you again. I think you might have spared me that at least.
But I assure you I never. At least it's a monstrous perversion of something I said.
You needn't apologize, Roebuck. She brought it all on herself. It is for her to apologize for having deceived us.
I can make allowances for you, Miss Ramsden. You cannot possibly understand how I feel on this subject, though I should have expected rather better taste from people of greater experience. However, I quite feel you have all placed yourselves in a very painful position, and the most truly considerate thing for me to do is to go at once. Good morning.
Well, I must say...
I don't think she is quite fair to us.
You must cover her before the wedding ring like the rest of us Ramsden. The cup of our ignominy is full. Aha! I got him! All right now. All right. Now! Had enough of it, eh? I might as well walk to the house and stretch my legs and calm my nerves a little. I suppose you know that we have come from Hyde Park Corner to Richmond in 21 minutes.
I'd have done it under 15 if we'd had a clear road all the way.
Why do you do it? Is it love of sport or the fun of terrifying your unfortunate employer?
What are you afraid of?
The police and breaking my neck.
And if you like easy going, you could always take a bus, you know, it's cheaper. You pay me to save your time and give you the value of what you paid for the car.
I'm a slave of that car, and of you too. I dream of the accursed thing at night.
You'll get over that all right. Oh, if you're going up to the house, may I ask how long you're going to stay? Because if you mean putting the whole morning in there talking to the ladies, I'll put the car in the garage and make myself agreeable with a view to luncheon here. If not, I'll keep the car on the go about here till you come.
No, better wait here. We shan't be long. A young American gentleman, Mr. Malone, is driving Mr. Robinson down from London in his new American steam car.
American steam car? What, racing us down from London?
Perhaps they're here already.
Oh, if only I'd known. Why didn't you tell me, Mr. Tanner?
Because I've been told that this car is capable of 84 miles an hour, and I already know what you are capable of, but there is a rival car on the road. No, Henry? There are things it is not good for you to know, and this is one of them. However, cheer up and have a day after your own heart. The American is to take Mr. Robinson and his sister and Miss Whitfield. We are to take Miss Rhoda.
That's Miss Whitfield's sister, isn't it?
Yes.
And Miss Whitfield is going in the other car and not with you.
Why the devil should she come with me? Mr. Robinson will be in the other car. We've lost the race, thank heavens. Here comes Mr. Robinson. Well, Tavy, is the steam car a success?
I think so. We came from Hyde Park Corner here in 17 minutes. How long were you?
Oh, about 3/4 of an hour or so.
No, Mr. Tanner, come now. We could have done it easy under 15.
By the way, let me introduce you. Mr. Octavius Robinson, Mr. Henry Straker.
Pleased to meet you, sir. Mr. Tanner is getting at you with his Henry Straker, you know. You call it Henry. But I don't mind, bless you.
You think it's simply bad taste in me to chafe him, Tavy, but you're wrong. This man takes more trouble to drop his H's than ever his father did to pick them up. It's a mark of caste with him. I've never known anyone more swollen with the pride of class than Henry is.
Easy, easy. A little moderation, Mr. Tanner.
A little moderation, you observe, Tavy. You would tell me to draw it mild, but this chap's been educated. What's more, he knows that we haven't. What's that board school of yours, Straker?
Sherbrooke Road.
Sherbrooke Road. Would any of us say Rugby, Harrow, Eton in that tone of intellectual snobbery? Sherbrooke Road is a place where boys learn something. Eton is a boy farm where we're sent because we're nuisances at home. And because in afterlife, whenever a duke is mentioned, we can claim him as an old schoolfellow.
You don't know nothing about it, Mr. Tanner. It's not the board school that does it, it's the Polytechnic.
His university, Octavius. Not Oxford, Cambridge, Durham, Dublin, or Glasgow. Not even those nonconformist holes in Wales. No, Tavy. Regent Street, Chelsea, the Borough. I don't know half their confounded names. His university is not mere shops for selling class limitations like ours. You despise Oxford, Henry, don't you?
No, I don't. It's a very nice sort of place, Oxford, I should think, for people who like that kind of place. They teach you to be a gentleman there. In the Polytechnic, they teach you to be an engineer and such like, see?
Sarcasm, Tavy. Oh, if you could only see into Henry's soul. The depth of his contempt for a gentleman, the arrogance of his pride in being an engineer would appall you. He positively likes the car to break down because it brings out my gentlemanly helplessness and his workmanlike skill and resource.
Never mind him, Mr. Robinson. He likes to talk. We know him, don't we?
But there's a great truth at the bottom of what he says. I believe most intensely in the dignity of labor.
That's because you've never done any, Mr. Robinson. My business is to do away with labour. You get more out of me in a machine than you will out of 20 labourers, and not so much to drink, neither.
Oh, for heaven's sake, don't start him on political economy, Tavy. He knows all about it, and we don't. You're only a poetic socialist. He's a scientific one.
Yes, well, this conversation is very improving, but I've got other things to do, and you two want to talk about your ladies, I know.
There's a very momentous social phenomenon.
What is?
Straker is. Here have we, literary and cultured persons, been for years raising a cry of the new woman whenever some unusually old-fashioned female came along, and not noticing the advent of the new man. Straker is the new man.
I see nothing new about him, except your way of chafing him. But I don't want to talk about him just now. I want to speak to you about Anne.
Straker knew even that. He learnt it at the Polytechnic, probably. Well, what about Anne? Have you proposed to her?
I was brute enough to do so last night.
Brute enough? What do you mean?
Oh, Jack, we men are all coarse. We never understand how exquisite a woman's sensibilities are. How could I have done such a thing?
Done what, you maudlin idiot?
Yes, I am an idiot, Jack. If you had heard her voice, if you had seen her tears. I have lain awake all night thinking of them. If she had reproached me, I could have borne it better.
Tears. That's dangerous. Did she say anything?
She asked me how she could think of anything now but her dear father. She stifled a sob, and then she cried.
There, baby. Bear it like a man, even if you feel it like an ass. It's the old game. She's not tired of playing with you yet.
Oh, don't be a fool, Jack. Do you suppose this eternal shallow cynicism of yours has any real bearing on a nature like hers?
Did she say anything else?
Yes, and that is why I expose myself and her to your ridicule by telling you what passed.
No, dear Tavy, not ridicule, on my honour. However, no matter, go on.
Her sense of duty is so devout, so perfect, so...
Yes, I know. Go on.
You see, under this new arrangement, you and Ramsden are her guardians. And she considers that all her duty to her father is now transferred to you. She said she thought I ought to have spoken to you both in the first instance. Of course, she is right. But somehow, it seems rather absurd that I am to come to you and formally ask to be received as a suitor for your ward's hand.
I am glad that love has not totally extinguished your sense of humour, Tavy.
That answer won't satisfy her.
Well, my official answer is obviously, bless you, my children, may you be happy.
I wish you would stop playing the fool about this. If it is not serious to you, it is to me and to her.
You know perfectly well that she's as free to choose as you are.
She does not think so.
Oh, doesn't she? Just. However, what do you want me to do?
I want you to tell her sincerely and earnestly what you think about me. I want you to tell her that you can trust her to me. And that is if you feel you can.
I'm sure I can trust her to you. What worries me is the idea of trusting you to her. Have you read Maeterlinck's book about the bee?
I am not discussing literature at present.
Be just a little patient with me, Tavy. I am not discussing literature. The book about the bee is natural history. It's an awful lesson to mankind. You think that you are Anne's suitor, that you the pursuer and she the pursued, that it is your part to woo, to persuade, to prevail, to overcome. Fool! It is you who are the pursued, the marked down victim, the destined prey. You needn't sit looking longingly at the bait through the wires of the trap. The door is open and will remain so until it shuts behind you forever.
I wish I could believe that, vilely as you put it.
Why, man, what other work has she in life but to get a husband? It's a woman's business to get married as soon as possible and a man's to keep unmarried as long as he can. You have your plays and your tragedies to work out. Anne has nothing.
I cannot write without inspiration. And nobody can give me that except Anne.
Well, hadn't you better get it from her at a safe distance? Petrarch didn't see half as much of Laura nor Dante of Beatrice as you see of Anne now, and yet they wrote first-rate poetry. At least so I'm told. They never exposed their idolatry to the test of domestic familiarity, and it lasted them to their graves. Marry Anne, and in a week you'll find no more inspiration in her than in a plate of muffins.
You think I shall tire of her?
Not at all. You don't tire of muffins. But you don't find inspiration in them. And it won't in Anne when she ceases to be a poet's dream and becomes a solid 11-stone wife. You'll be forced to dream about somebody else. And then there will be a row.
This sort of talk is no use, Jack. You don't understand. You have never been in love.
I've never been out of love. I'm in love now, even with Anne. I'm neither the slave of love nor its dupe. Go to the bee, thou poet, consider her ways and be wise. By heaven, Tavy, if women could do without our work and we ate their children's bread instead of making it, they would kill us as the spider kills the mate, or the bees kill the drone. And they would be right if we were good for nothing but love.
Ah, if we were only good enough for love. There is nothing like love. There is nothing else but love. Without it, the world would be a dream of sordid horror.
And this is the man who asked me for the hand of my ward. Tavy, I believe we were changing our cradles and that you're the real descendant of Don Juan.
I beg you not to say anything like that to Anne.
Oh, never fear. She has marked you down for her own, and nothing will stop her now. You are doomed. Here comes the new man, demoralizing himself with a halfpenny newspaper as usual.
Now, would you believe it, Mr. Robinson, when we go out motoring, we take in 2 papers. The Times for him, the Leader, or the Echo for me. Do you think I ever see my paper? Not much. He grabs the Leader and leaves me to stodge myself with his Times.
Are there no winners in the Times?
Henry, don't hold with betting, Tavy. Motor records are his weakness. What's the latest?
Paris to Biskra at 40 miles an hour average, not counting the Mediterranean.
How many killed?
2 silly sheep. What does it matter? Sheep don't cost such a lot. They were glad to have the price without the trouble of selling them to the butcher. All the same, you see there'll be a clamour against it. Then the French government will stop it. And our chance will be gone, see? I mean, that's what makes me fairly mad. Mr. Tanner won't do a good run while he can.
Tavy, do you remember my Uncle James?
Yes, why?
Uncle James had a first-rate cook. He couldn't digest anything except what she cooked. Well, the poor man was shy and hated society, but his cook was very proud of her skill and wanted to serve up big dinners to princes and ambassadors. To prevent her from leaving him, that poor old man had to give a big dinner twice a month and suffer agonies of awkwardness. Now, here am I. Here's this chap, Henry Straker, the new man. I loathe traveling. I rather like Henry. He cares for nothing but tearing along in a leather coat and goggles with 2 inches of dust all over him at 60 miles an hour and the risk of his life and mine. But if I don't give him a 1,000-mile run at least once a fortnight, I shall lose him. He will give me the sack and go to some American millionaire. And I shall have to put up with a nice, respectful groom, gardener, amateur who will touch his hat and know his place. I am Henry's slave, just as Uncle James was his cook's slave.
I wish I had a car would run as fast as you can talk, Mr. Tanner. What I say is you lose money by a motor car unless you keep it working. You might as well have a pram and a nursemaid to wheel you in it as me in that car if you don't get the last inch out of us both.
All right, Henry, all right. We'll go for half an hour presently.
Half an hour?
Oh, that reminds me. I have a note for you from Rhoda.
I rather think that Rhoda is heading for a row with Anne. Usually there's only one person an English girl hates more than she hates her eldest sister, and that's her mother. But Rhoda positively prefers her mother to Anne. Oh, I say.
What's the matter?
Rhoda was to come for a drive with me in the motor car. She says Anne has forbidden her to go out with me.
Does she give any reason?
Reason? An insult is not a reason. Anne forbids her to be alone with me on any occasion. Says I am not a fit person for a young girl to be with. What do you think of your paragon now?
You must remember, Jack, that she has a very heavy responsibility now that her father is dead. Mrs. Whitfield is too weak to control Rhoda.
In short, you agree with Anne?
No. But I think I understand her. You must admit that your views are hardly suited for the formation of a young girl's mind and character.
I admit nothing of the sort. I admit the formation of a young girl's mind and character usually consists in telling her lies, but I object to the particular lie that I am in the habit of abusing the confidence of girls.
Anne doesn't say that, Jack.
What else does she mean?
Miss Whitfield, gentlemen.
Oh, good morning, Jack. I've come to tell you that poor Rhoda has got one of her headaches and cannot go out with you today in the car. It is a cruel disappointment to her poor child.
What do you say now, Tavy?
Surely you cannot misunderstand, Jack. Anne is showing you the kindest consideration, even at the cost of deceiving you.
What do you mean?
Anne, would you like to cure Rhoda's headache?
Of course.
And tell her what you said just now, and add that you arrived 2 minutes after I had received her letter and read it.
Rhoda has written to you.
With full particulars.
Never mind him, Anne. You were right, quite right. Anne was only doing her duty, Jack, and you know it. Doing it in the kindest way, too.
Oh, how kind you are, Tavy. How helpful, how well you understand.
I tighten the coils. You love her, Tavy, don't you?
She knows I do.
Oh, hush, Tavy, for shame.
I give you leave. I am your guardian. And I commit you to Tavy's care for an hour, and I'm off for a turn in the car.
No, Jack, I must speak to you about Rhoda. Oh, Ricky, would you mind going back into the house and entertaining that American friend of yours? He's rather on Mamma's hand so early in the morning. She wants to finish her housekeeping.
I fly, dearest Anne.
Oh, Ricky Ticky Tavy.
Now, look here, Anne, this time you've landed yourself, and if Tavy were not in love with you past all salvation, he'd have found out what an incorrigible liar you are.
You misunderstand, Jack. I didn't dare tell Tavy the truth.
No, your daring is generally in the opposite direction. What the devil do you mean by telling Rhoda that I am too vicious to associate with? How can I ever have any human or decent relations with her again? Now that you've poisoned her mind in that abominable way.
I know that you're incapable of behaving badly,
Then why
Jack.
did you lie to her?
I
Had to?
Mother made me.
I knew it! The mother! Always the mother!
It was that dreadful book of yours, Jack. You know how timid Mother is. All timid women are conventional, Jack. We must be conventional, or we are so cruelly, so vilely misunderstood. Even you, who are a man, cannot say what you think without being misunderstood and vilified. Yes, I admit it, I've had to vilify you, Jack. Well, do you want poor Rhoda misunderstood and vilified in the same way? Would it be right for Mother to let her expose herself to such treatment before she's old enough to judge for herself?
In short, the way to avoid misunderstanding is for everybody to lie and pretend and insinuate as hard as they can that is what obeying your mother comes to.
I love my mother, Jack.
Is there any reason why you are not to call your soul your own? Oh, I protest against this vile objection of youth to age. Look at fashionable society as you know it. What does it pretend to be? An exquisite dance of nymphs. What is it? A horrible procession of wretched girls, each in the claws of a cynical, cunning, avaricious, disillusioned, ignorantly experienced, foul-minded old woman whom she calls mother, and whose duty it is to corrupt her mind and sell her to the highest bidder. Why do these unhappy slaves allow themselves to marry anybody, however old and vile, sooner than not marry at all? Because marriage is their only means of escape from these decrepit fiends who hide their selfish ambitions, their jealous hatreds of the young rivals who have supplanted them under the mask of maternal duty and family affection. Such things are abominable. The voice of nature proclaims for a daughter a father's care, for a son a mother's. The law for father and son and mother and daughter is not a law of love, it is a law of revolution, of emancipation, the final supersession of the old and worn out by the young and capable. I tell you, the first duty of manhood and womanhood is a declaration of independence. The man who plays his father's authority is no man. The woman who plays her mother's is unfit to bear citizens to a free people.
I suppose you will go in seriously for politics someday, Jack.
What? What has that got to do with what I've been saying?
You talk so well.
Talk, that's all it means to, isn't it? Talk. Well, go back and help your mother to poison Rhoda's imagination as she has poisoned yours. It's a tame elephant to enjoy capturing the wild one.
Oh, I am getting on. Yesterday I was a boa constrictor and today I'm an elephant.
Yes, so pack your trunk and be gone. I've nothing more to say to you.
You're so utterly unreasonable and impractical. What can I do?
Break your chain. Go your way according to your own conscience and not according to your mother's. Get your mind clean and vigorous. And learn to enjoy a fast ride in a motor car without seeing in it nothing but an excuse for a detestable intrigue. Come with me to Marseille and across to Algiers and to Biskra at 60 miles an hour. Come right down to the coast if you like. There will be a declaration of independence with a vengeance. You can write a book about it afterwards. They will finish your mother and make a woman of you.
I don't see any harm in that, Jack. You are my guardian. You stand in my father's place by his own wish. Nobody could say a word against our traveling together. It would be delightful. Thank you 1,000 times. I'll come.
You come?
Of course.
But look here, Anne, if there's no harm in it, there's no point in doing it.
Oh, you are absurd. You don't want to compromise me, do you?
Yes. That's the whole sense of my proposal.
Oh, you're talking the greatest nonsense, and you know it. You would never do anything to hurt me.
Well, if you don't want to be compromised, don't come.
Oh, but I will come, Jack, since you wish it. You are my guardian, and I think we ought to see more of one another and come to know one another better. Oh, it's very kind and very thoughtful of you, Jack, to offer me this lovely holiday, especially after what I said about Rhoda. Oh, you're so good. Much better than you think. When do we start? Oh, Mother! Oh, Mother, what do you think? Jack is going to take me to Nice in his motor car. Aren't I lucky? I'm the happiest person in London.
Mrs. Whitfield objects, I'm sure. She objects, doesn't she, Ramsden?
I should think it very likely indeed.
You don't object, do you, Mamma?
I object. Why should I? I think it will do you good, Anne. I meant to ask you to take Rhoda for a run occasionally. She's far too much in the house, but it will do when you come back.
I don't believe you've met Mr. Malone, Mr. Jack Tanner, my guardian, Mr. Hector Malone.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Tanner. I should like to suggest an extension of the traveling party to Nice, if I may.
Oh, we're all coming. That's settled.
I also am the modest possessor of a motor car. If Miss Robinson will allow me the privilege of taking her, my car is at her service.
Violet. Come along, Mother. Let's leave them to talk over the arrangements. I have to see to my traveling kit. Later on, Mother. Yes. I have to go now.
I think I can go so far as to say that I can depend on Miss Robinson's consent.
I'm afraid we must leave Violet behind. There are circumstances which make it quite impossible for her to come on such an expedition.
Too American, huh? Does the young lady need a chaperone?
Oh, it's not that, Malone. At least not altogether.
Indeed, and may I ask what other objection applies?
Oh, tell him. We shall never be able to keep the secret unless everybody knows what it is. Malone, if you go to Nice with Violet, you go with another man's wife. She is married.
You don't tell me so.
We do. In confidence.
Her marriage has not yet been made known. She desires it not be mentioned for the present.
Well, I shall respect the young lady's wishes. Would it be indiscreet to ask who the husband is, in case I should have the opportunity of consulting him about this trip?
We don't know who he is.
Well, in that case, I have no more to say.
You must think this very strange.
A little singular, pardon me for saying so.
The lady was married secretly, and her husband has forbidden her, it seems, to declare his name. It's only right to tell you, as you seem to be interested in in Violet.
I hope this is not a disappointment to you.
Well, it is a blow. I can hardly understand how a man could leave his wife in such a position. Well, surely it's not customary. It's not manly. It's not considerate.
We feel that, as you may imagine, pretty deeply.
It is some young fool with not enough experience to know what mystifications of this kind lead to.
I hope so. A man need be very foolish and pretty young, too, to be excused for such conduct. You take a very lenient view, Mr. Ramsden, too lenient to my mind. Well, surely marriage should ennoble a man. Am I to gather from that cachinnation that you don't agree with me, Mr. Tanner?
Get married and try. You may find it delightful for a while. You certainly won't find it ennobling. The greatest common measure of a man and woman is not necessarily greater than a man's single measure.
Oh, well, we think in America that a woman's moral number is higher than that of a man's, and that the purer nature of a woman lifts a man right out of himself and makes him better than he was.
So it does.
No wonder American women prefer to live in Europe. More comfortable than standing all their lives on an altar to be worshipped. Anyway, Violet's husband has not been ennobled, so what's to be done?
No, I can't excuse that man's conduct as likely as you do, Mr. Tanner. However, I'll say no more. Whoever he is Miss Robinson's husband, and I shall be glad for her sake to think better of him.
I'm very sorry, Malone. Very sorry.
You're a good fellow, Robinson. Thank you.
Talk about something else. Violet's coming from the house.
Gentlemen, I would esteem it a very great favor indeed if you would take the opportunity of letting me have a few words with the young lady alone. I shall have to cry out.
Say no more.
And it's a rather
Say no more.
My daughter.
Come, Teeny.
Come, Tenor.
Are they looking?
No.
Have you been telling lies for my sake?
Lying? Oh, lying hardly describes it. I overdo it. I get carried away in an ecstasy of mendacity. Oh, Violet, I wish you'd let me own up.
No, no, Hector. You promised me not.
Well, I shall keep my promise until you release me from it, but I feel mean lying to those men and denying my wife. Oh, just dastardly.
I wish your father were not so unreasonable.
Well, he's not unreasonable. He's right. From his point of view, he has a prejudice against the English middle class.
It's too ridiculous. You know how I hate saying these things to you, Hector, but if I were to... Oh, well, no matter.
I know. If you were to marry the son of an English manufacturer of office furniture, your friends would think it a misalliance. And here's my silly old dad, who's the biggest office furniture man in the world, would show me the door for wanting to marry the most perfect lady in England just because she has no handle to her name. Of course, it's absurd. But I tell you, Violet, I don't like lying to him. Well, I feel as if I was stealing his money. Why won't you let me own up?
We can't afford it. You can be as romantic as you please about love, Hector, but you mustn't be romantic about money.
Well, that's very English. Now, listen, Violet. Dad's bound to find out about us. Someday.
Oh, yes, later on, of course, dear. But don't let's go over this every time we meet. You promised
All
me.
right,
It is I, and not you, who suffers by this concealment. But as to facing a struggle and poverty and all that sort of thing, I simply will not do it. It's too silly.
Well, you shall not. I'll sort of borrow the money from my dad till I can stand on my own feet, then I'll own up and pay up at the same time.
Do you mean to work? Do you want to spoil our marriage?
Well, I don't intend to let marriage spoil my character. Your friend Mr. Tanner already has the laugh on me a bit already about that.
The beast, I hate Jack Tanner.
Oh, he's all right. He only needs the love of a good woman to ennoble him. Besides, he's proposed a motoring trip to Nice, and I'm going to take you.
How jolly.
Yes, but how are we going to manage it? You see, they've kind of warned me off you, so to speak. They've told me in confidence that you're married. Well, that's just about the most overwhelming piece of confidence I've ever been honored with.
Your steam car is a great success, Malone. Your engineer is showing it to Mr. Ram.
Oh, bye. Come, let's go.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Malone. I did not quite catch.
I asked to be allowed the privilege of showing you my little American steam car, Miss Robinson.
I shall be very pleased.
Have you read my book?
That's so very kind.
About this trip, Straker.
Yes?
Miss Whitfield is supposed to be coming with us.
So I gather.
Mr. Robinson is to be one of the party.
Yes.
But if you could manage us to be a good deal occupied with me and leave Mr. Robinson a good deal occupied with Miss Whitfield, he will be deeply grateful to you.
Evidently.
Evidently, your grandfather would have simply winked.
My grandfather would have touched his hat.
And I would have given your good, nice, respectful grandfather a sovereign.
5 shillings, more likely. What about the lady's views?
She's just as willing to be left with Mr. Robinson as Mr. Robinson is to be left with her. Stop that aggravating noise! What do you mean by it? Henry, I've ever been a warm advocate to the spread of music amongst the masses, but I object to you obliging the company whenever Miss Whitfield's name is mentioned. You did it this morning, too.
It's not a bit of use. Mr. Robinson may as well give up first as last.
Why?
Go on, you know why. Of course, it's not my business, but you needn't start kidding me about it.
I'm not kidding you, Henry. I don't know why.
All right. Very well. It's not my business.
Henry, I trust that between employer and engineer, I shall always know how to keep a proper distance and not intrude my private affairs on you. Even our business arrangements are subject to approval by your trade union, but don't abuse your advantages. Let me remind you that Voltaire said that what was too silly to be said could be sung.
It wasn't Voltaire, it was Beaumarchais.
I stand corrected. Beaumarchais, of course. Now, you seem to think that what is too delicate to be said can be whistled. Unfortunately, your whistling, although melodious, is unintelligible. Come on, Henry, there's nobody listening, neither my genteel relatives nor the secretary of your confounded union. As man to man, why do you think my friend has no chance in Miss Whitfield?
Because she's after someone else.
Bosh! Who else?
You.
Ha, ha, ha. Me.
You mean to tell me you didn't know? Oh, come on, Mr. Tanner.
Do you mean it, or are you playing a fool?
I'm not playing no fool. I'm as plain as the nose on your face. If you ain't spotted that, you don't know much about these things. Excuse me, Mr. Tanner, but you asked me as man to man, and I told you as man to man.
Then I am the bee, the spider, the marked down victim, the destined prey.
I don't know about no bee nor spider, but the marked down victim, that's what you are, no mistake. And a jolly good job for you too, I should say.
Henry Stricker, the golden moment of your life has arrived.
What do you mean?
That record to be struck.
Yes.
Break it.
You mean it?
I do.
When? Now.
Is that machine ready to start?
No, Mr. Tanner.
Off we go. First to the bank for money, and to my room for my kit, and to your room for your kit. Then break the record from London to Dover or Folkestone, and across the channel and away like mad. Marseille, Gibraltar, Genoa, any port where we can sail to a Mohammedan country. Men are protected from women.
Go on, you're kidding.
Stay behind if you won't come. I'll do it alone.
Hey, no. Wait for me! I'll go and tell the young lady. She said you'd prefer to stay here.
The young lady? That's Miss Violet, eh?
Well, you know, don't you?
Do I?
Well, do you or don't you?
What business is that of yours?
I'll tell you what business it is of mine. Miss Robinson asked me particularly...
Oh, her name is Robinson, is it? Thank you.
Well, you don't even know her name.
Yes, I do. You just told me.
Look here, what do you mean by let me fetch you here if you are not the person I took that note to?
Well, who else did you take it to, pray?
I took it to a Mr. Hector Malone at Miss Robinson's request. Miss Robinson is not my principal. I took it to oblige her. I know, young Mr. Malone. That's his car you've just had a free ride in. And he's not you, not by a long chalk. At the hotel, they said your name was Hector Malone.
Hector Malone.
Hector in your own country. That's what comes of living in provincial places like Ireland and America. Over here, it's Hector. If you haven't noticed before, you soon will.
Straker, did you take my message?
Yes, miss, I took it to the hotel and sent it up, expecting to see young Mr. Malone. When out walks this gent and says it's all right, he'll come. As the people at the hotel said he was Hector Malone, I fetched him. And now he goes back on what he said. But if he's not the gent you meant, just say the word. It's easy enough to fetch him back again.
I should esteem it a great favor if I might have a short conversation with you, madam. I am Hector's father, as this bright Britisher might have guessed in the course of another hour or so.
No, not in another year or so. When we've had you as long to polish up as we've had him, perhaps you'll come a little bit up to his mark. At the present, you fall a long way short. You've got too many H's for a start. All right, miss? You want to talk to him?
Yes.
I shan't intrude.
I am so sorry, Mr. Malone, if that man has been rude to you. But what can we do? He is our chauffeur.
You're what?
The driver of our automobile.
Oh.
He can drive a motor car at 70 miles an hour and mend it when it breaks down. We are dependent on our motor cars, and our motor cars are dependent on him. So, of course, we are dependent on him.
I've noticed that every $1,000 an Englishman gets seems to add one to the number of people he's dependent on. However, you needn't apologize for your man. I made him talk on purpose. By doing so, I learned that you are staying here in Granada with a party of English, including my son Hector.
Yes. We intended to go to Nice, but we had to follow a rather eccentric member of our party who started first and came here. Won't you sit down?
Thank you. Miss Robinson, I believe?
Yes.
Your note to Hector runs as follows. Dearest, they have all gone to the Alhambra for the afternoon. I have shammed headache and have the garden all to myself. Jump into our motor. Straker will rattle you here in a jiffy. Quick, quick, quick. Your loving Violet. Now, I don't know on what terms young people associate in English society, but in America, this note would be considered to imply a very considerable degree of affectionate intimacy between the parties.
Yes, I know your son very well, Mr. Malone. Have you any objection?
No objections exactly, provided it is understood that my son is altogether dependent on me, and that I have to be consulted in any important step that he may propose to take.
I am sure you would not be unreasonable with him, Mr. Malone.
I hope not, Miss Robinson, but at your age you might think many things unreasonable which don't seem so to me.
Oh. Well, I suppose there's no use our playing at cross purposes, Mr. Malone. Hector wants to marry me.
I inferred from this note that he might. Well, Miss Robinson, he is his own master, but if he marries you, he shall not have a rap from me.
That is not very complimentary to me, Mr. Malone.
I say nothing against you, Miss Robinson. I dare say you are an amiable and excellent young lady, but I have other views for Hector.
Hector may not have other views for himself.
Possibly not. Then he does without me, that's all. I dare say you are prepared for that when a young lady writes to a young man to come to her quick, quick, quick. Money seems nothing and love seems everything.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Malone. I do not think anything so foolish. Hector must have money.
Very well. No doubt he can work for it.
What is the use of having money if you have to work for it? It's all nonsense, Mr. Malone. You must enable your son to keep up his position. It is his right.
I should not advise you to marry him on the strength of that right, Miss Robinson.
What objection do you have to me, pray? My social position is as good as Hector's, to say the least. He admits it.
You tell him so from time to time, eh? Hector's social position in England, Miss Robinson, is just what I choose to buy for him. I've made him a fair offer, let him pick out the most historic house, castle, or abbey that England contains. The very day he tells me he wants it for a wife worthy of its traditions, I buy it for him and give him the means of keeping it up.
What do you mean by a wife worthy of its traditions? Cannot any well-bred woman keep such a house for him?
No, she must be born to it.
Hector was not born to it, was he?
His grandmother was a barefooted Irish girl who nursed me by a turf fire. Let him marry another such, and I will not stint her marriage portion. Let him raise himself socially with my money or raise somebody else. So long as there is a social profit somewhere, I'll regard my expenditure as justified. But there must be a profit for someone. A marriage with you would leave things just where they are.
Many of my relations would object very much to my marrying the grandson of a common woman, Mr. Malone. That may be prejudice, but then so is your desire to have him marry a title prejudice.
You seem a pretty straightforward, downright sort of a young woman.
I do not see why I should be made miserably poor simply because I cannot make profits for you. Why do you want to make Hector unhappy?
You'll get over it all right enough. Men thrive better on disappointments in love than on disappointments in money. I dare say you think that's sordid, but I know what I'm talking about. My father died of starvation in Ireland in the Black 47. Maybe you've heard of it.
The famine?
No, the starvation. When a country is full of food and exporting it, there can be no famine. My father was starved dead. I was starved out to America in my mother's arms. English rule drove me and mine out of Ireland. Well, you can keep Ireland. Me and my luck are coming back to buy England, and we'll buy the best of it. I'll have no middle-class properties and no middle-class women for Hector. That's straightforward enough, isn't it? Like yourself.
Really, Mr. Malone. I am astonished to hear a man of your age and good sense talking in that romantic way. Do you suppose English noblemen are going to sell their places to you for the asking?
I have the refusal of two of the oldest family mansions in England. One historic owner can't afford to keep all the rooms dusted, the other can't afford the death duties. Now, what do you say?
Of course, it is very scandalous. But surely you realize that sooner or later the government will put a stop to all these socialist attacks on property?
Do you think they'll be able to get that done before I buy the house? Or rather, the abbey. They're both abbeys.
Oh. Well, let us talk sense, Mr. Malone. You must feel that we haven't been talking sense so far.
I can't say that I do. I mean all I say.
Then you don't know Hector as I do. He is romantic and faddy. He gets it from you, I fancy. And he needs a certain sort of wife to take care of him. Not a faddy sort of person, you know.
Somebody like you, perhaps?
Well, yes. But you cannot very well ask me to undertake this with absolutely no means of keeping up his position.
Stop a bit. Where are we getting to? I'm not aware that I'm asking you to undertake anything.
Of course, you can make it very difficult for me to speak to you, Mr. Malone, if you choose to misunderstand me.
Well, I don't want to take any unfair advantage, but we seem to have got off the straight track somehow.
Oh, how unlucky. Now, Hector, say nothing.
No, Violet,
Go
I
away.
need to have this thing out right away. Dad, you've not played this hand straight.
What do you mean?
You've opened a letter addressed to me, you've impersonated me and stolen a march on this lady. That's dishonorable.
You take care of what you're saying, Hector. Take care, I tell you.
I have taken care. I am taking care. I'm taking care of my position and my honor in English society.
That position was got with my money. Do you know that?
Well, you've just spoiled it all by opening that letter. A letter from an English lady, not addressed to you. A confidential letter, a delicate letter, a private letter opened by my dad. Oh, that's the sort of thing a man can't struggle against in England. The sooner we go back together, the better.
Let go of me.
Mr. Straker.
Don't be unreasonable, Hector. It was perfectly natural for Mr. Malone to open my letter. His name was on the envelope.
Aha, there. You have no common sense, Hector. I thank you, Miss Robinson.
And I thank you, too. It's very kind of you. My father knows no better.
Hector!
Oh, it's no use hectoring me, Dad. A private letter's a private letter. You can't get over that.
I will not be talked back to by you. Do you understand that?
Please, quiet. Here they come. Already?
The Alhambra is not open this afternoon.
What a serve!
Is it wise for you to be out in the sunshine with such a headache?
Have you recovered too, Malone?
Oh, I forgot. We have not all met before. Mr. Malone, won't you introduce your father?
I will not. He is no father of mine.
So you disown your dad before you ring these friends, do you?
Please, don't make a scene.
I'm sorry, Miss Robinson, but I am contending for a principle. I am a son, and I hope a dutiful one, but before everything, I'm a man. And when my dad treats my private letters as his own and takes it on himself to say that I shan't marry you if I am fortunate and happy enough to have your consent, then I snap my fingers and go my own way.
Marry Violet.
Are you in your senses?
Do you forget what we told you?
I don't care what you told me.
Tut, tut, sir, monstrous.
Another madman! These men in love should be locked up.
I don't understand. This is my son not good enough for this lady, pray?
My dear sir, the lady is married already. Hector knows this, but he persists in his infatuation. Take him home and lock him up.
So this is the high-born social tone I spoilt by my ignorant and uncultivated behavior. You, making love to a married woman. You picked up that habit of the British aristocracy, I reckon.
Now, that's all right. Don't you trouble yourself about that. I'll answer for the morality of what I'm doing.
Well said, Malone. You also see that mere marriage laws are not morality. I agree with you, but unfortunately, Violet does not.
I take leave to doubt that, sir, and let me tell you, Mrs. Robinson, or whatever your right name is, you had no right to send that letter to my son when you're the wife of another man.
This is the last straw. Dad, you have insulted my wife.
Why?
You, the missing husband. Another moral imposter.
You married without my consent.
You have deliberately humbugged us, sir.
Here, now, I've had just about enough of being badgered. Violet and I are married. That's the long and the short of it. Now, what have you got to say? Any of you.
I know what I've got to say. She's married a beggar.
No, she's married a worker. I start to earn my own living this very afternoon.
Oh, yes, you're very plucky now because you got your remittance from me yesterday or this morning, I reckon. Wait till it's spent. You won't be so full of cheek then.
Here it is. Now you take your remittance and I've done with you. I don't sell the privilege of insulting my wife for $1,000.
Hector, you don't know what poverty is.
Well, I want to know what it is. I want to be a man. Come along, Violet. You've got to move along with me to your own home. I'll see you through.
I hope you'll shake hands with me before you go, Hector. I admire and respect you more than I can say.
Oh, don't be an idiot, Tavy. Hector's about as fit to become a workman as you are.
Never fear, there's no question of his becoming a navvy, Mrs. Malone. There's no difficulty about capital to begin with. Treat me as a friend, draw on me.
Or on me.
Who wants your dirty money? Who should he draw on but his own father? Now, Hector, don't be hasty, my boy. I'm sorry for what I said. I never meant to insult Violet. I take it all back. She's just the wife for you. There.
Well, that's all right, Dad. Say no more. We're friends again. Only I will take no money from anybody.
Oh, Hector, don't be hard on me. I'd rather you quarreled and took the money than made friends and starved. You don't know what the world is. I do.
No, no, no. Now, that's fixed. It's not going to change. Come, Mrs. Malone. You've got to move along with me to the hotel and take your proper place in front of the world.
But I must go in, dear, and get Davis to pack. Won't you go on and make them give you a room overlooking the garden for me? I'll join you in half an hour.
Very well. Dad, you'll dine with us, won't you?
Yeah.
See you all later.
You'll try to bring him to his senses, Violet. I know you will.
I had no idea he could be so headstrong if he goes on like that. What can I do?
Oh, don't be discouraged. Domestic pressure may be slow, but it's sure. You'll wear him down. I know you will.
I will do my best. Of course, I think it's the greatest nonsense deliberately making us poor like that.
Of course it is.
You had better give me the remittance. He will need it for his hotel bill. I'll see whether I can induce him to accept it. Not now, of course, but presently.
Yes, just the thing. Now, you understand, this is only a bachelor allowance.
Oh, quite. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Malone, those two houses you mentioned, the Abbey.
Yes.
Don't take one of them until I've seen it, will you? One never knows what may be wrong with these places.
No, I'll do nothing without consulting you first, never fear.
Thanks. That will be much the best way.
And one other thing I think...
And that poor devil is a billionaire. One of the master spirits of the age. Led on a string like a pug dog by the first girl who takes the trouble to despise him. I wonder, will it ever come to that with me?
The sooner the better for you.
She'll make a grand wife for Hector. I wouldn't exchange her for 10 duchesses.
It's an unexpected pleasure to find you in this corner of the world, Mr. Malone. Have you come to buy up the Alhambra?
Well, I don't say I mightn't. I think I could do better with it than the Spanish government.
Let us take around the town in our motor, Mr. Malone.
That's uncommonly civil of you, sir. But may I ask just who...
Mr. Roebuck Ramsden, a very old friend of your daughter-in-law.
Ramsden. Well, happy to know you, Mr. Ramsden.
Thank you. Mr. Tanner is also one of our circle.
Glad to know you also, Mr. Tanner.
Thanks. Have you read my book?
Why don't you go with them, Tavy?
You cut me to the heart, Anne, by wanting me to go.
Oh. Poor Ricky Ticky Tavy. Poor heart.
It belongs to you, Anne. Forgive me. I must speak of it. I love you. You know I love you.
Oh, what's the good, Tavy? You know that Mother is determined that I shall marry Jack.
Jack?
It seems absurd, doesn't it?
Do you mean to say that Jack has been playing with me all this time? That he has been urging me not to marry you because he intends to marry you himself?
Oh, no. You mustn't lead him to believe that I said that. I don't for a moment think that Jack knows his own mind. But it's clear from my father's will that he wanted me to marry Jack, and my mother is set on it.
But you are not bound to sacrifice yourself always to the wishes of your parents.
Oh, my father loved me. My mother loves me. Surely their wishes are a better guidance than my own selfishness.
Oh, I know how unselfish you are, Anne. But believe me, though I know I am speaking in my own interest, there is another side to this question. Is it fair to Jack to marry him if you do not love him? Is it fair to destroy my happiness as well as your own if you can bring yourself to love me?
What a nice creature you are, Tavy. A good boy.
Is that all?
Oh, that is a great deal, I assure you. You would always worship the ground I trod on, wouldn't you?
I do. It sounds ridiculous, but it's no exaggeration. I do, and I always shall.
Always is a very long word, Tavy. I should have to live up always to your idea of my divinity. And I don't think I could do that if we were married. But if I married Jack, you could never be disillusioned. At least not until I grow too old.
I too shall grow old, Anne. And when I am 80, one white hair of the woman I love will make me tremble more than the thickest gold tress from the most beautiful young head.
Oh, that's poetry, Tavy. Real poetry.
Do you believe that it is true?
Tavy, if it is to come true, you must lose me as well as love me. Tavy! I wouldn't for worlds destroy your illusions. Oh, I can neither take you nor let you go. I can see exactly what would suit you. You must become a sentimental old bachelor for my sake.
Anne, I'll kill myself.
Oh, no, you won't. That wouldn't be kind. You won't have a bad time of it. You'll be very nice to women and go a good deal to the opera. A broken heart is a very pleasant complaint for a man in London with a comfortable income.
I know you mean to be kind, Anne. Jack has persuaded you that cynicism is a good tonic for me.
Oh, you see, I'm disillusionizing you already. That's what I dread.
You do not dread disillusionizing Jack?
Oh, I can't. Jack has no illusions about me. No, I shall surprise Jack the other way. Getting over an unfavorable impression is ever so much easier than living up to an ideal. I shall enrapture Jack sometime.
I don't doubt that. You will enrapture him always. And he, the fool, thinks you would make him wretched.
Yes, that's the difficulty so far.
Shall I tell him that you love him?
No, he'd only run away again.
Anne, would you marry an unwilling man?
Oh, Davy, what a queer creature you are. Well, surely you know there's no such thing as a willing man when you really go for him. I'm shocking you, I suppose, but you must admit you are getting a sort of satisfaction in being out of danger yourself.
Satisfaction? You say that to me.
Well, if it were really agony, would you ask for more of it?
Have I asked for more of it?
You've offered to tell Jack that I love him. Oh, that's self-sacrifice, I suppose. But there must be some satisfaction in it. Perhaps it's because you're a poet. You're like that bird that presses its breast against the sharp thorn to make itself sing.
It's quite simple. I love you, and I want you to be happy. You don't love me, so I can't make you happy myself, but I can help another man to do it.
Yes, it seems quite simple, but I doubt if we ever know why we do things. The only simple thing is to go straight for what you want and grab it. I suppose I don't love you, Tavy, but I sometimes feel I should really like to make a man of you somehow. You're very foolish about women.
I am content to be what I am in that respect.
Oh, then you must keep away from them and only dream about them. I wouldn't marry you for worlds, Tavy.
I have no hope, Anne. I accept my ill luck, and I don't think you quite know how much it hurts.
Oh, you're so soft-hearted. It's queer that you should be so different from Violet. Violet is as hard as nails.
Oh, no. I am sure Violet is thoroughly womanly at
Why
heart.
do you say that? Is it unwomanly to be thoughtful and businesslike and sensible? Do you want Violet to be an idiot or something worse like me?
Something worse like you? What do you mean, Anne?
Oh, well... I didn't mean that, of course. It's just that I have a great respect for Violet. She gets her own way, always.
So do you?
Yes, but somehow she manages to do it without coaxing, without having to make people sentimental about her.
Nobody could get very sentimental about Violet, I think. Pretty as she is.
Oh, yes, they could if she made them.
But surely no really nice woman would deliberately practice on men's instincts in that way.
Tavy, Ricky, Ticky, Tavy. Heaven help the woman who marries you.
Oh, why? Why do you say that? Don't torment me. I don't understand.
Suppose she were to tell fibs and lay snares for men.
Do you think I could marry such a woman? I who have known and loved you.
Well, at all events, she wouldn't let you if she were wise. So that's settled.
But Anne...
Now, please, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Say that you'll forgive me and that the subject is closed.
I have nothing to forgive, and the subject is closed. And if the wound is open, at least you shall never see it bleed.
Poetic to the last. Goodbye, dear.
What's the matter, Tavy? Are you ill?
No, nothing.
But you're crying. Is it something to do with Violet's marriage?
No. Who told you about Violet?
I met Roebuck and that awful old Irishman. Are you sure you're not ill? What's the matter?
It's nothing. Only a man's broken heart. Doesn't that sound ridiculous?
But what is it all about? Has Anne been doing anything to you?
It's not Anne's fault, and don't think for a moment that I blame you.
For what?
For nothing. I said I didn't blame you.
But I haven't done anything. What's the matter?
Can't you guess? I dare say you are right to prefer Jack to me as a husband for Anne. But I love Anne, and it hurts rather.
Does Anne say that I want her to marry Jack?
Yes, she has told me.
Then I'm very sorry for you, Tavy. It's only her way of saying that she wants to marry Jack. Little she cares what I want or what I say.
But she would not say it unless she believed it. Well, surely you don't suspect Anne of deceit.
Well, never mind, Tavy. I don't know what's best for a young man. To know too little like you, or too much like Jack.
Well, we disposed of old Malone. Hello, Tavy. Anything wrong?
I must go wash my face, I see. Tell him what you wish. You may take it from me, Jack, that Anne approves of it.
Approves of what?
Of what Mrs. Whitfield wishes.
This is very mysterious. What is it you wish? Whatever it is, it shall be done.
Thank you, Jack. I don't know why it is that other people's children are so nice to me, and my own have so little consideration for me. It's no wonder I don't seem able to care for Anne and Rhoda as I do for you and Tavy and Violet, it's a very queer world. It used to be so straightforward and simple, and now no one seems to know or feel what they should. Nothing has been right since that speech that Professor Tyndall made at Belfast.
Yes. Life is more complicated than we used to think. But what am I to do for you?
That's just what I want to tell you. Of course, you'll marry Anne whether I like it or not.
It seems to me that I shall presently be married to Anne whether I like it myself or not.
Oh, very likely you will. We'll know what she is when she sets her mind on anything. But don't put it on me. That's all I ask. Tavy has just let out that she's been saying that I am making her marry you. And the poor boy is breaking his heart over it, for he's in love with her as well. Though what he sees in her so wonderful, goodness knows I don't. It's no use telling Tavy that Anne puts things into people's head by telling them that I want them, when the thought of them has never crossed my mind. It only sets Tavy against me, but you know better than that. So, if you marry her, don't put the blame on me.
I haven't the slightest intention of marrying Anne.
She'd suit you better than Tavy. She'd meet her match in you, Jack. I'd like to see her meet her match.
No man is a match for a woman except with a poker and a pair of hobnail boots. Not always, even then. Anyway, I can't take the poker to her. I should be a mere slave.
No, she's afraid of you. At all events, you would tell her the truth about herself. She wouldn't be able to slip out of it as she does with me.
Everybody would call me a brute if I told Anne the truth about herself in terms of her own moral code. To begin with, Anne says things that are not strictly true.
I'm glad someone sees she is not an angel.
In short, to put it as a husband would put it when exasperated to the point of speaking out, she is a liar. And since she has plunged Tavy head over ears in love with her without any intention of marrying him, she is a coquette. According to the standard definition of a coquette, as a woman who rouses passion she has no intention of gratifying. And since she has now reduced you to the point of being willing to sacrifice me at the altar for the mere satisfaction of getting me to call her a liar to her face, I may conclude that she is a bully as well. She can't bully men as she bullies women, so she habitually and unscrupulously uses her personal fascination to make men give her whatever she wants. And that makes her almost something for which I know no polite name.
Can't expect perfection, Jack.
I don't. But what annoys me is that Anne does. I know perfectly well that all this about her being a liar and a bully and a coquette and so forth is a trumped-up moral indictment which might be brought against anybody. We all lie. We all bully as much as we dare. We all bid for admiration without the least intention of earning it. We all get as much rent as we can out of our powers of fascination. If Anne will admit this, I shouldn't quarrel with her, but she won't. If she has children, she will take advantage of their telling lies to amuse herself by whacking them. If another woman makes eyes at me, she'll refuse to know a coquette. She will do just what she likes herself while insisting on everybody else doing what the conventional code prescribes. In short, I can stand everything except her confounded hypocrisy. That's what beats me.
Oh, she is a hypocrite. She is. She is, isn't she?
And why do you want to marry me to her?
There now. Put it on me, of course. I never thought of it until Tavy told me she said I did. Oh, but I'm very fond of Tavy, you know. He's a sort of son to me, and I don't want him to be trampled on and made wretched.
Whereas I don't matter, I suppose.
Oh, you were different somehow. You were able to look after yourself. You'd serve her out. Anyway, she must marry somebody.
Ha ha! There speaks the life instinct. You detest her, but you feel you must get her married.
Do you mean that I detest my own daughter? Surely you don't believe me to be so wicked and unnatural as that, merely because I see her faults.
You love her, then?
Well, of course I do. You do say queer things, Jack. We all have to love our own blood relations.
Well, perhaps it saves unpleasantness to say so, but for my part, I suspect that the tables of consanguinity have a natural basis in a natural repugnance.
You shouldn't say things like that, Jack. I hope you won't tell Anne that I've been speaking to you. I only wanted to set myself right with you and Tavy. I couldn't just sit mum chance and have everything put on me.
Quite so.
And I've only made matters worse. Tavy's angry with me because I don't worship Anne, and because it's been put into my head that Anne ought to marry you. I can't think of anything to say except that it would serve her right.
Thank you.
Oh, now, don't be silly and twist what I say into something I didn't mean. I ought to have fair play.
Well, Ma, you seem to be having a delightful chat with Jack. We can hear you all over the place.
Oh, never fear, Mrs. Whitfield. Anne is only, well, we were discussing that habit of hers. She hasn't heard a word.
Whether she has or not, I have a right to speak what I think.
I've come to say goodbye. I'm off for my honeymoon.
Oh, don't say that, Violet. No wedding, no breakfast, no clothes, no anything.
It won't be for long.
Don't let him take you to America. Promise me you won't do that.
I should think not, indeed. Now, come on, dear, don't cry. I'm only going to the hotel.
But in that dress, and you've taken your luggage, it makes one realize, oh, Violet, I wish you were my daughter.
There, so I am. Now, Anne will be jealous.
Anne doesn't care a bit about me.
Oh, fine, Mama. Now, come along. Stop that crying. You know that Violet doesn't like it.
Goodbye, Jack.
Goodbye, Violet.
The sooner you get married, too, the better. You will be much less misunderstood.
I quite expect to get married in the course of the afternoon. You all seem to set your minds on it.
You could do worse. Let me take you to the hotel with me. The drive will do you good. We'll go in and get a wrap.
Oh, I don't know what I shall do when you've gone, with only Anne in the house, and she always occupied with the men.
Violet is quite right. You ought to get married.
And I will not marry you. Do you hear? I won't marry you.
Well, nobody asked you, sir, she said. Sir, she said. Sir, she said. So that's settled.
Yes, nobody asked me, yet everybody treats the thing as settled. It's in the air. When we meet, the others go away, an absurd pretext to leave us alone together. Ramsden no longer scowls at me. His eye beams as if he were already giving you away to me in church. Tavy refers me to your mother and gives me his blessing. Straker openly treats you as his future employer. It was he who first told me of it.
Oh, so that's why you ran away?
Yes, only to be tracked down here like a truant schoolboy.
Well, if you don't want to be married, you needn't be.
Does any man want to be hanged? Can men let themselves be hanged without a struggle for life, though they could at least give the chaplain a black eye? We do the world's will, not our own. I have a frightful feeling that I should let myself be married because it's the world's will. You shall have a husband.
I dare say I shall. Someday.
Why me? Me of all men. Marriage is to me apostasy. Profanation of the sanctuary of my soul. Violation of my manhood. Sale of my birthright. Ignominious capitulation, shameful surrender, acceptance of defeat. I shall decay like a thing that has served its purpose and is done with. I shall change from a man with a future to a man with a past. I shall see in the greasy eyes of all the other husbands their relief at the arrival of a new prisoner to share their ignominy. The young men will scorn me as one who has sold out. To the women, I, who have always been an enigma and a possibility, shall be merely somebody else's property. And damaged goods at that. A second-hand man at best.
Well, your wife could always put on a cap and make herself ugly to keep you in countenance, like my grandmother.
Yes, so she will make her triumph more insolent by publicly throwing away the bait the moment the trap snaps on the victim.
After all, though, what difference would it make? Beauty is all very well at first sight, but whoever looks at it when it's been in the house 3 days? I thought our pictures very lovely when Papa first bought them, but I haven't looked at them for years. You never bother with my looks. You're too well used to me. I might be the umbrella stand.
You lie, you vampire, you lie.
Flatterer. Why are you trying to fascinate me, Jack, if you don't want to marry me?
The life force. I'm in the grip of the life force.
I don't understand at all. It sounds like the lifeguards.
Why don't you marry Tavy? She is willing. Can you not be satisfied unless your prey struggles?
Tavy will never marry. Surely you know that sort of man never gets married.
What? A man who idolizes women, who sees nothing in nature but romantic scenery for love duets. Tavy the chivalrous, the faithful, the tender-hearted and true. Tavy never marry. Why, he was born to be swept up by the first pair of blue eyes he meets in the street.
Yes, I know, Jack, but all the same, that sort of man lives in comfortable bachelor lodgings with broken hearts and are adored by their landladies and never get married. Men like you always get married.
Oh, frightfully, horribly true. It's been staring me in the face all my life, and I never saw it before.
Oh, it's the same with women. The poetic temperament is a very nice temperament, very amiable, very harmless and poetic, I dare say, but it is an old maid's temperament.
Barren. The life force passes it by.
If that's what you mean by the life force, yes.
You don't care for Tavy.
No.
And you do care for me.
Now, Jack, behave yourself.
Infamous, abandoned woman, devil.
Boa constrictor, elephant.
Hypocrite.
I must be for my future husband's sake.
For mine. I mean for his.
Yes. Jack. For yours. You had better marry what you call a hypocrite. Women who are not hypocrites go about in rational dress and are insulted and get into all sorts of hot water. And then their husbands get dragged in too and live in continual dread of fresh complications. Wouldn't you prefer a wife you could depend on?
At the supreme moment, the life force endows you with every quality, while I too can be a hypocrite. Your father's will appointed me your guardian, not your suitor. I shall be faithful to my trust.
He asked me who I would have for my guardian before he made that will. I chose you.
The will is yours, then. The trap was laid from the beginning.
From the beginning, from our childhood, for both of us, by the life force.
I will not marry you, I will not marry you!
You will!
I tell you no, no, no!
I tell you yes, yes, yes!
No!
Yes, before it is too late for repentance, yes!
No! We too dreaming?
No. No, we are awake and you've said no.
Well?
Well, I made a mistake. You do not love me.
This is false. I love you. The life force enchants me. I have the whole world in my arms when I clasp you. But I'm fighting for my freedom, for my honor, for myself, one and indivisible.
Your happiness will be worth them all.
You would sell freedom and honor and self for happiness.
It will not be all happiness for me. Perhaps death.
And clutch, hold, and hurt. What have you grasped in me? Is there a father's heart as well as a mother's?
Oh, Jack, take care. If anybody comes our way like this, you will have to marry me.
If we two stood now on the edge of a precipice, I would hold you tight and jump.
Jack, let me go. It's lasting longer than I thought, and I've dared so frightfully. Let me go. I can't bear it.
Nor I. Let it kill us.
Yes, I don't care. I'm at the end of my forces. I don't care. I think I'm going to faint.
Take care, there's something the matter with the lady. What does this mean?
I have promised to marry Jack.
If you please, ladies and gents. No, don't lift your head, Mr. Turner. Let it go flat so the blood can run back in it.
I bow to your superior knowledge of physiology, Henry.
Jack, be very happy.
I never asked her. It's a trap for me.
What's this, madam?
A little brandy.
The worst thing you could give her, allow me, madam. Trust to the air.
Oh, Violet. Oh, Violet, did Jack say anything when I fainted? No.
She fainted again.
No, I haven't. I am perfectly happy.
My pulse is positively bounding. Come on, up with you, what nonsense. Up.
Yes, I'm all right now, but oh, you very nearly killed me for all that, Jack.
A rough wooer, eh? They're the best sort, mistress. I congratulate you, Mr. Turner. And I hope you'll both be frequent guests at the Abbey.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Tavy, congratulate me. I want to see you cry for the last time.
No more tears. I am happy in your happiness. And I believe in you in spite of everything.
You are a happy man, Jack Turner. I envy you.
Sir,
Sir. Oh, sir. There are two tragedies in life. One is losing your heart's desire, and the other is gaining it.
I have no heart's desire. Ramsden, it's very easy for you to call me a happy man. You're only a spectator. I'm one of the principals, and I know better. And stop tempting Tavy and come back to me.
Oh, Jack, you are absurd.
I solemnly say that I am not a happy man. Anne looks happy, but she is only successful, triumphant, victorious. That is not happiness, but the price for which the strong sell their happiness. What we have both done this afternoon is to renounce happiness, renounce freedom, renounce tranquility. Above all, renounce the romantic possibilities of an unknown future for the cares of a household and family. I beg that no man may seize the opportunity to get half drunk and utter imbecile speeches and coarse pleasantries at my expense. We propose to furnish our own house according to our own taste, and I hereby give notice that the 7 or 8 travelling clocks, the 4 or 5 dressing cases, the salad bowls, the carvers and fish slicers, the copies of Patmore's Angel in the House in extra Morocco, together with all the other articles you're preparing to heap upon us, will be instantly sold and the proceeds devoted to circulating free copies of the Revolutionists and more. The wedding will take place 3 days after our return to England by special license at the office of the Superintendent District Registrar in the presence of my solicitor and his clerk, who, like his clients, will be in ordinary walking dress.
You are a brute, Jack.
Oh, don't mind her, dear. Go on talking.
Talking.